Welcome to my channel, Valuable Coins All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. Today, we're about to uncover a powerful story behind a modern American coin that's turning heads and raising eyebrows in the world of numismatics. This is the story of the 2022 Washington State quarter dollar featuring the legendary Maya Angelou. And believe me, you'll want to stay with us all the way to the end, because one particular version of this coin has recently been valued at a jaw-dropping $15,000. Now, let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so extraordinary. First, its origins. The United States Mint introduced the Maya Angelou quarter in 2022 as part of the celebrated American Women Quarters program, a new initiative dedicated to honoring women who've made significant contributions to American history and culture. Maya Angelou, a poet, author, civil rights activist, and cultural icon, was one of the first women chosen to be featured in this groundbreaking series. Her inclusion not only celebrates her legacy but also symbolizes the evolution of American currency, bringing more inclusive and inspiring stories to the forefront. The coin you're looking at may seem small, but it's packed with meaning. On one side, it bears a bold and refreshed portrait of George Washington, America's first president. Unlike previous designs, this version presents him facing right, based on a classic 1932 sculpture by renowned artist Laura Garden Fraser. It's a subtle shift, but one that sets the stage for the powerful tribute found on the reverse. Now flip it over, and that's where the magic really begins. The reverse design is where Maya Angelou comes to life, her arms stretched upward in an expression of joy and strength as a bird spreads its wings behind her and rays of light radiate outward. This imagery is not random. The bird is symbolic of freedom, creativity, and transformation, all central themes in Maya Angelou's poetry and life story. The rays of light evoke hope and brilliance, qualities that defined her career and her impact on generations, beyond its visual beauty and cultural significance. This coin also carries precise physical characteristics that make it interesting to serious collectors. It has a brilliant silver-like finish, thanks to its composition of copper-nickel clad over a solid copper core. It weighs exactly 5.67 grams and measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, with a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. It's perfectly round and carries a small yet crucial detail, a P mint mark, indicating it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Now here's where things start to get truly exciting. Although millions of these coins were produced for general circulation, not all of them are created equal. In the world of coin collecting, value is driven by a powerful mix of rarity, condition, and special heirs. Some Maya Angelou quarters from the Philadelphia Mint have been found in pristine condition, never circulated, never touched by human hands, and graded at extremely high levels by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. And when those coins are discovered with no visible flaws, full strike details, and mirror-like surfaces, they move from pocket change to prized possessions. Even more thrilling are the rare mint errors. Some coins from this series have shown signs of double die strikes, die cracks, off-center images, or other minting anomalies. These defects, while unintentional, can dramatically increase the value of the coin. They transform a standard quarter into a unique specimen, the kind that serious collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars to own. And that's not just talk. One remarkable example of the 2022 Maya Angelou Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint, found in an immaculate uncirculated state with rare features, recently fetched a stunning price at auction. After much anticipation and competitive bidding, that single coin was sold for an unbelievable amount of 15,000 United States dollars. Yes, you heard that correctly, $15,000 for a 25-cent coin. That's the beauty and the thrill of numismatics. It's not always about the age of the coin. Sometimes, it's about the story, the condition, the design, and the rarity, all combining to turn an ordinary piece of currency into a historic treasure. So, what should you be doing right now? First, check your change. Look closely at any quarters dated 2022. Flip them over and look for the graceful figure of Maya Angelou. Then look for the small P mint mark, which tells you it came from Philadelphia. Next, examine the coin for its condition. Is it shiny? Are the edges sharp? Can you see every tiny detail in the artwork? If the answer is yes, you might be holding something special. For an even deeper inspection, Use a magnifying glass to check for unusual features, doubling in the letters, slight misalignments, or odd markings that could point to a mint error. If something seems off or unusual, that might actually be a great sign. And once you believe your coin has potential, consider sending it to a professional grading service. They'll give your coin a grade based on its condition, and if it scores high, say MS67 or MS68, that alone could raise its value significantly. Combine that with a rare mint error or exceptional shine, and you may be looking at a coin worth thousands. But beyond the money, remember the deeper value this coin represents. It's a tribute to a remarkable woman who changed the world with her words and her courage. Maya Angelou's voice reached across generations and cultures, and now her image shines on a coin that will circulate for years to come, reminding every American of her powerful legacy. This coin is more than metal. It's a message. It's art. It's history. And in some rare cases, it's also a fortune. So the next time you receive a quarter, don't just toss it aside. Examine it. Appreciate it. You never know. You could be holding a small masterpiece in your hands. And yes, to bring everything full circle, let's talk about the value once more. That very coin, the 2022 Maya Angelou Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint, in exceptional condition with rare features, has been valued and sold for an astonishing $15,000. That's right. 15,000 United States dollars for a single quarter. Unbelievable, but absolutely real. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with other collectors and curious minds. There's so much more to discover in the world of coins, and who knows? The next hidden treasure could be sitting right in your pocket. Top 2. Imagine holding in your hand a simple silver-colored quarter. It looks like any other coin you've seen in your pocket or spare change jar. But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary piece of metal could actually be worth a small fortune? That's right, a 25-cent coin that could sell for as much as 65,000 United States dollars. This is not fiction. This is the story of the 1999 Delaware State quarter from the United States of America, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and it just might be hiding in plain sight. Let's begin this incredible journey by diving into the roots of the coin itself. The 1999 Delaware quarter holds a special place in American numismatic history. It was the very first release in the legendary 50-state quarters program, which became one of the most successful and beloved coin series in U.S. mint history. The program was launched to celebrate each of the 50 states, highlighting a unique piece of state history, culture, or achievement. And Delaware had the honor of being the first. The coin features an image that instantly captures your attention. Caesar Rodney riding horseback during his historic journey in 1776. For those who aren't familiar, Rodney made an 80-mile ride through stormy weather and poor health to cast the deciding vote for American independence. This powerful image of determination, freedom, and patriotism is immortalized on the reverse side of the Delaware quarter. And that story alone makes it a coin worth remembering. But the real magic begins when you realize that this coin is not just a tribute to American heritage. It's also a key piece in modern collecting, especially the 1999 version that comes with the P mint mark from Philadelphia. Let's talk about the physical details for a moment. This coin is crafted from a copper-nickel clad composition over a solid copper core, giving it a bright silver-like appearance. It weighs exactly 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Its shape is perfectly round, as all quarters are, but don't let the familiar appearance fool you. Some of these coins are anything but ordinary. While millions of these coins were struck for circulation, what sets a few apart, and we're talking about a very small number here, is a combination of condition, errors, and rarity. These are the coins that collectors hunt relentlessly. These are the coins that can turn an afternoon of casual coin searching into the discovery of a lifetime. Now, you might be asking, how can a common coin from 1999 be worth such a massive amount? The answer lies in the details. Certain 1999 P Delaware quarters have been found with highly unusual and rare minting errors. These can include double dies, die breaks, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies. Some were even struck on the wrong metal planchet, meaning instead of the standard copper-nickel clad, they were mistakenly struck on planchets meant for other coins like dimes or foreign coins. These ultra-rare variations can make the value skyrocket. Even without errors, coins from this first state release that remain in flawless, uncirculated condition, especially those graded mint state 68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are extremely desirable. Think about it. Out of the tens of millions minted, only a tiny handful have survived in perfect or near-perfect condition. These are the kinds of coins that serious collectors and investors will pay premium prices to obtain. And here's where it gets exciting. Because one of these very coins, a 1999 Delaware quarter from the Philadelphia Mint with the P Mint mark, in immaculate condition and bearing a rare striking error, has sold for an astonishing $65,000. Yes, you heard that right. $65,000 for a coin that originally cost just 25 cents. This kind of sale is not just hype. It's a reminder of how valuable knowledge, timing, and a sharp eye can be in the world of coin collecting. Sometimes, it's the coins that people overlook, the ones that sit in drawers, jars, or cash registers, that end up being the most valuable of all. So, what can you do to increase your chances of finding one of these treasures? Start by checking your change. Look carefully at any 1,999 quarters you come across. Flip them over and look for the iconic image of Caesar Rodney on horseback. Then check the front side, near Washington's ponytail, for that small but all-important P Mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny? Are the design details crisp and clear? Are the edges smooth and untouched? If so, your coin might be uncirculated. And if you suspect it might be an error coin or in exceptional condition, consider having it professionally graded. That certification can unlock serious value by confirming its rarity and quality. Keep an eye out for doubling in the letters or numbers, off-center images, or coins that appear oddly thin or thick. These could point to striking errors that are incredibly rare. The key is to stay curious and observant. But more than just the potential for financial reward, the 1999 Delaware quarter is a fascinating piece of American culture. It marks the beginning of a national celebration through currency, where every state's story was told through artistry on a small, round canvas. The Caesar Rodney ride on horseback is not just a design. It's a moment from our country's founding that speaks of courage, commitment, and the willingness to fight for freedom. That's what makes this coin truly powerful. It's more than just metal. It's history. It's symbolism. And for some lucky collectors, it's also a financial breakthrough to so the next time you come across a 1999 quarter, don't toss it aside or slide it into a vending machine. Take a second look. It just might be one of the rarest and most valuable coins in your collection, or the one that could change your life forever. And yes, to sum it up with the most exciting detail of all, a single 1999 Washington State quarter dollar from Delaware, with the Philadelphia P Mint mark and rare characteristics, has been valued and sold for an astonishing 65,000 United States dollars. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could lead you to the next hidden treasure. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows? The next coin you find might be the key to something unforgettable. Top 3. Imagine discovering a small, silver-colored coin in your pocket, something you might have passed over 100 times without noticing. Now imagine that same coin, just a standard United States quarter to the average eye, turning out to be a hidden gem worth tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we're diving into the story of the extraordinary 2007 Idaho Washington State quarter, minted at the Denver Mint and valued in one rare case at a jaw-dropping 45,000 United States dollars. It may seem unbelievable, but some coins, despite their everyday appearance, hold secrets that only the trained eye or fortunate collector may uncover. This story begins with a coin that is part of one of the most iconic coin programs in U.S. history, the 50 State Quarters program. The Idaho quarter, released in 2007, was the 43rd coin issued in this wildly popular series, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Millions of Americans were fascinated as each new design hit circulation, celebrating the heritage, landscapes, and history of all 50 states. Now, let's focus on Idaho, a state known for its rugged wilderness, deep valleys, and, of course, its famous potatoes. But instead of showcasing agriculture, the design of the Idaho quarter takes a bold and majestic turn. Featured on the reverse of this 2007 coin is the magnificent peregrine falcon, wings outstretched mid-flight. This bird is not just a symbol of power and speed, it represents Idaho's success in wildlife conservation. Accompanying the falcon is an outline of the state and the words Esto Perpetua, Idaho's state motto, meaning let it be perpetual. The artwork on this coin captures not only the spirit of Idaho but also the forward-thinking vision of the state quarters program itself. But here's what truly makes this coin fascinating. Not all Idaho quarters are created equal. In fact, one very special version of this coin, bearing the D mint mark from the Denver Mint, has shocked the coin collecting community with its rarity and unbelievable value. Let's break down its physical features first. The 2007 Idaho State Quarter is minted with a copper-nickel-clad composition layered over a pure copper core, giving it that signature silvery shine. It weighs exactly 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. It's round, perfectly formed, and quite ordinary in appearance. But it's that unassuming look that makes its hidden potential all the more thrilling. What makes a coin like this valuable? It comes down to a unique mixture of condition, rarity, and, sometimes, errors. The coin we're highlighting today was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D near George Washington's ponytail on the obverse side. While Denver produced millions of these coins, one in particular has become famous for a combination of perfection and peculiarity. Now, let's talk about condition. This remarkable Idaho quarter was preserved in absolutely flawless state. We're talking about a coin that was never touched, circulated, or scratched. It had a blazing mint luster, razor-sharp strike detail, and no imperfections under 10x magnification. That kind of condition is what collectors call mint state 68, or higher, a nearly impossible standard for circulating coins. Graded and authenticated by a professional grading service, this coin stood out from the rest. But that's not all. This particular Idaho quarter also had a rare die adjustment error, an anomaly that occurred during the striking process. In this case, the coin was struck slightly off-center, with visible doubling on the lettering and an unusually sharp contrast between the raised features and the mirror-like fields. To collectors and auctioneers alike, it was a once-in-a-lifetime piece. With such incredible characteristics, it's no surprise that this coin set off a bidding war when it went up for auction. In a room full of seasoned collectors, investors, and numismatic experts, the price began to climb. And climb. And climb. Until finally, the gavel came down, and the final price was announced. That one small quarter, minted in 2007, from the Denver Mint, featuring a proud falcon from Idaho, was sold for a staggering $45,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single coin, just 25 cents in face value, realized a final price of 45,000 United States dollars. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means opportunity. It means that the next time you get change back at a store, or you're digging through an old coin jar in the attic, you should look closely. Because a rare gem might be waiting there, unnoticed. Check the date, 2007. Check the design, the peregrine falcon. And check the mint mark, a small D for Denver. Then look at the coin's condition. Is it perfect? Is it sharp? Do you notice any striking errors or doubling in the lettering? If you suspect your coin could be something special, don't hesitate. Submit it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. A high grade, combined with any unusual features, could instantly multiply your coin's value. And remember, while most quarters are used to buy gum or parking time, a rare few are destined to become legends in the world of collecting. The Idaho quarter is a symbol of the hidden value that still exists in modern coins. It's a reminder that great treasures are not always ancient or gold. Sometimes, they're hiding in plain sight, sparkling in your palm, waiting for someone curious enough to take a closer look. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, take this story to heart. Stay curious, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a coin. Because once again, to bring it home, the 2007 Idaho-Washington State Quarter, from the Denver Mint, in pristine uncirculated condition with unique striking features, has been sold for an eye-opening 45,000 United States dollars. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more amazing tales about rare U.S. coins, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover a hidden treasure. Top 4. Imagine finding a small, silver-toned coin tucked away in your old change jar. It's just a quarter, right? Something you might use for a vending machine or parking meter. But what if that ordinary-looking coin was anything but ordinary? What if I told you that a single quarter, specifically the 1999 Connecticut-Washington State Quarter minted in Denver, has sold for an eye-watering 55,000 United States dollars. Yes, it's true, and today, we're going to uncover the fascinating story behind this rare and valuable coin. Let's begin with some background. The United States launched the 50 State Quarters program in 1999, a revolutionary idea that aimed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique design on the reverse of the quarter dollar. These coins quickly became some of the most collected in U.S. history. They weren't just money anymore. They were miniature works of art telling the stories of America, state by state. Now let's focus on Connecticut, the fifth state to be honored in this ambitious series and one of the earliest coins to be minted. The Connecticut Quarter was released in 1999 and carries not just a beautiful design, but also an even more beautiful mystery, one that would later stun the world of numismatics. The reverse of the coin features something truly iconic. The charter oak, a symbol deeply rooted in Connecticut's colonial history. According to legend, in 1687, Connecticut colonists hid their royal charter inside the hollow of this majestic tree to protect it from being seized by the British Governor-General. The tree itself stood tall until a storm finally took it down in 1856, but its legacy lives on in this remarkable coin. This design isn't just a tree, it's a symbol of American defiance, independence, and clever resistance, but that's just the story on the back of the coin. On the front, you'll find the familiar face of George Washington, father of the nation, whose profile has graced U.S. quarters since 1932. Look closely beneath his ponytail, and you'll spot the letter D, the mint mark indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, let's go over the coin's precise specifications. This Connecticut quarter weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. It's 1.75 millimeters thick and has a standard round shape. The coin is composed of copper-nickel-clad copper. Basically, it's a copper core coated with a nickel alloy, which gives it its shiny, silver-like finish. Millions of these quarters were produced, but only a tiny fraction stand out. And among those, only a very rare few possess the perfect storm of features that send collectors into a frenzy: flawless condition, a striking error, and exceptional eye appeal. One such coin did just that. A 1999 The Connecticut quarter surfaced not long ago that was not only in pristine mint state condition, but also showed a very rare and dramatic double die error, where parts of the design appear duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process. This kind of error is not visible to the naked eye in most cases, but on this coin, it was bold and unmistakable. The lettering on both sides showed strong doubling, especially around the word Liberty and the date. In the world of coin collecting, this is the kind of jackpot that sends shockwaves through auctions. When a coin like this appears at auction, it draws attention from serious collectors and investors alike. Why? Because it's more than just rare. It's a piece of American history frozen in an exceptional and unusual state. And when that coin is part of the beloved 50 State Quarters program, especially one as symbolic and early in the series as Connecticut, it becomes even more desirable. The particular 1999 The Connecticut quarter we're discussing was graded MS-69 by a professional third-party grading service, one of the highest grades ever recorded for this issue. In coin grading, MS stands for mint state, and 69 is nearly perfect on a scale of 1 to 70. Combine that pristine condition with a visible doubling error and the historical significance of the charter oak design, and you've got a collector's dream. That dream came true for one collector when the coin went up for public auction. After a highly competitive round of bidding, this modest-looking piece of American currency, originally worth just 25 cents, fetched a jaw-dropping final sale price of 55,000 United States dollars. Now, think about this. That coin could still be out there. Maybe not that exact one, but another just like it, sitting in a forgotten coin roll, lying at the bottom of a cash drawer, or mixed into an old change jar. And that's what makes stories like this so thrilling. Because sometimes, treasures don't come wrapped in velvet boxes or buried in treasure chests. Sometimes, they're disguised as everyday items we take for granted. So, what should you look for if you want to find one of these valuable Connecticut quarters? First, check the date, 1999. Then flip it to the front and find the Denver Mint's D mark. Look closely at the details. Are the letters doubled? Is the coin uncirculated, shiny, and flawless? If it looks promising, it's worth getting it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. A tiny investment in grading could reveal a coin worth thousands or tens of thousands. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey through time, a search for stories, and, occasionally, a path to serious financial reward. The Connecticut quarter is proof that history, artistry, and value can all come together in something as small and everyday as a coin.so. Next time you're sorting through change, pay attention. That Silvertone 1999 D quarter with a tree on the back just might be your golden ticket. Because once again, one of these very coins has been sold for the stunning sum of 55,000 United States dollars. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover the value hiding in your pocket. You never know when your next coin could turn into a legendary treasure. Top 5. There's something captivating about the smallest treasures, especially when they're hidden in plain sight. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, a coin most people wouldn't give a second glance. But this isn't just any quarter. This is the 2019 Lowell National Historical Park quarter, struck at the Denver Mint. And incredibly, one of these coins, yes, just 25 cents in face value, was sold for a breathtaking 25,000 United States dollars. What gives this unassuming coin such extraordinary value? That's the journey we're diving into today. From the story behind the coin's design to the details of its rarest varieties, we'll explore why this specific Lowell quarter is turning heads in the coin collecting world and how it could be sitting right now, unnoticed in someone's pocket. Let's begin with the broader picture. The Lowell quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a U.S. Mint initiative that ran from 2010 to 2021. This historic program celebrated national parks and significant sites across the 50 states, U.S. territories, and the District of Columbia. The Lowell quarter was the very first release of 2019, and it honors Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, a city once at the heart of the American Industrial Revolution. Now, take a look at the reverse side of the coin, where the magic begins. You'll see a young woman, a mill girl from the 1800s, standing beside a power loom inside one of Lowell's textile mills. In her hand is a piece of cloth she's helping to weave, while through the window behind her, you can glimpse the Butt Mill Clock Tower, an iconic symbol of Lowell's industrious spirit. This powerful imagery reflects the crucial role women played in America's industrial growth and honors their strength, skill, and endurance during a pivotal moment in U.S. history. On the obverse side of the coin, we return to the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Just beneath Washington's ponytail, you'll find the mint mark D, which tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. While millions of Lowell quarters were produced in Denver, what makes one worth $25,000 is a rare combination of condition, minting anomalies, and collector demand. Let's talk specs. The Lowell quarter, like all modern U.S. quarters, weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and is 1.75 millimeters thick. It's made of copper-nickel-clad copper, a solid copper core with an outer layer of copper and nickel that gives it that bright, silver-like luster. And of course, its shape is perfectly round. But even with these standard characteristics, something extraordinary happened during the minting of one particular Lowell quarter in Denver. One coin, struck perfectly, preserved flawlessly, and containing a rare die error, was graded at Mint State 69 by a top-tier grading agency. For reference, 70 is the highest possible grade for a coin, representing absolute perfection. A 69 means the coin is near flawless, even under magnification. Now, here's where things get exciting. That specific coin featured a striking error, a subtle but rare double die that could be seen around the details in the woman's dress, the fabric in her hands, and the interior machinery of the mill. This doubling happened because of a misalignment during the die creation process, and it added tremendous value to the coin. Die errors like this are coveted in the numismatic community, and when paired with a pristine condition and historical significance, they create a perfect storm for collectors. Once news of this Lowell quarter with a doubling error broke out, the numismatic world took notice. It quickly became a must-have for elite collectors. And when it eventually surfaced at a major coin auction, the bidding escalated beyond expectations. What was once a coin designed to be spent on bubble gum or soda ended up fetching a final hammer price of 25,000 United States dollars. Let that sink in for a moment. A coin worth 25 cents, sold for $25,000. That's 100,000 times its face value. And it could have easily been overlooked, sitting in a coin roll, change jar, or cash register. This is why coin hunting has become such a passionate pursuit for collectors around the world. It's a reminder that treasures still exist, tucked away in the most unexpected places. It doesn't take gold or ancient artifacts to uncover value. Sometimes, it's the story behind the coin, its rarity, its beauty, and a small mistake at the mint that transforms it into a national treasure. So, how can you find one of these Lowell quarters with hidden value? First, check the date, 2019. Then look for the D mint mark for Denver. Next, examine the reverse design carefully. Is there any sign of doubling around the fabric, the mill girl's arm, or the interior lines of the loom? Is the coin exceptionally shiny, free from nicks or scratches, with a sharp strike? If it looks too good to be true, it just might be worth something extraordinary. Even if you're unsure, sending your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC could reveal whether you've found something truly rare. Many incredible discoveries have come from everyday people who simply took the time to look a little closer. The Lowell quarter isn't just a tribute to America's industrial past, it's a window into the possibilities of the present. A reminder that history, craftsmanship, and modern-day luck can collide in a single moment, turning pocket change into a prized possession. So next time you're counting coins, pay special attention. That 2019 Lowell quarter could be much more than 25 cents. It could be your doorway to history and maybe even a life-changing reward, because one of them has already done exactly that, selling for a stunning 25,000 United States dollars. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story about America's hidden treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, remember, every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Top 6. You might want to check your pocket change a little more carefully after watching this video, because buried in everyday circulation could be a tiny treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's right, we're talking about a Washington state quarter from the year 2004. But this isn't just any quarter. This one was minted in Denver, bears the proud name of Wisconsin, and is at the center of one of the most intriguing coin mysteries in modern numismatic history. A quarter that looks ordinary on the outside, but hides a secret so rare and fascinating. It is sold for a jaw-dropping 55,000 United States dollars. Let's take a step back and uncover how a small, silver-toned coin featuring cows and cornfields became one of the most sought-after collector's items in the entire 50-state quarters series. The 50-state quarters program, launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999, was one of the most popular coin collections ever created. Each state was honored with a design that represented its identity, history, or cultural values. By 2004, the program had already captured the hearts of millions, and then came Wisconsin. The Wisconsin quarter was the 29th release in the series. Its reverse side showcases the state's agricultural legacy with a detailed cow, a round of cheese, and a stalk of corn. At first glance, the design is wholesome, straightforward, and symbolic of Wisconsin's proud farming tradition. But sometime after these quarters began circulating, sharp-eyed collectors noticed something unusual. On certain coins, very few in number, the corn stalk appeared to have a strange extra leaf. This wasn't part of the original design. It wasn't authorized. It wasn't supposed to be there. Yet there it was on the left side of the husk, protruding in a peculiar way. Soon after, two versions of the so-called extra leaf error were discovered, the extra leaf high and the extra leaf low varieties. These were not your typical wear and tear oddities. These were distinct die varieties, meaning the error occurred during the production process at the mint itself. This wasn't damage done after minting. It was a true minting anomaly, and that's what set collectors on fire. Now here's where our specific coin comes into the spotlight. We're focusing on the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with the D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. This quarter weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and is 1.75 millimeters thick. Like all modern quarters, it's composed of copper-nickel-clad copper, a copper core wrapped in a layer of nickel that gives it that silver-like shine. Despite the fact that hundreds of millions of Wisconsin quarters were minted, only a tiny handful were struck with this rare extra leaf variation. Why this error occurred has been debated for years. Some believe it was accidental, the result of a damaged or altered die. Others suspect it may have even been done intentionally by a mint worker as a form of mischief, an inside job. Whatever the cause, the outcome was the same. A standard coin became a legend overnight. Collectors began hunting feverishly for these special Wisconsin quarters, checking change, scouring coin rolls, and buying up on search bags. And then came the headlines, because one of these coins, in nearly perfect mint state condition, with the extra leaf low variety, sold at a prominent auction house for a staggering $55,000. Let that sink in. A coin that started out worth just 25 cents ended up being worth 55,000 United States dollars. This was a monumental moment in modern coin collecting. It wasn't an ancient gold piece or a Civil War-era rarity. It was a common quarter from 2004, still shiny, still modern, and still capable of blending in with any loose change in America. So what makes this coin so valuable? It's the perfect storm of scarcity, condition, and mystery. The extra leaf error is rare. But combine that rarity with a coin that has never been used in circulation, one that's graded MS-67 or higher, and you've got a recipe for serious collector demand. Top coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated only a very limited number of these high-grade examples, pushing the value into five-figure territory. And here's the best part. These coins are still out there. Most people have no idea what they're looking at. That's where you come in. Next time you come across a Wisconsin quarter dated 2004 with a D mint mark, flip it over and take a close look at the corn stalk. Look just to the left of the husk. If you see an unusual bump or protrusion, especially one that looks like an extra leaf low on the stalk, you may have stumbled upon a fortune. Even if it's not in perfect condition, it could still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. And if it happens to be a high-grade, uncirculated piece, you just might be holding a quarter worth more than most people's monthly paycheck or even a brand new car. This is why coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a thrilling treasure hunt that could turn the most ordinary moment, checking your pocket change, into a life-changing discovery. So whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, keep your eyes open. Check your quarters. Look for 2004. Look for the D. And especially look at that corn, because one of those small silver coins has already made headlines by selling for an incredible 55,000 United States dollars. And the next one could still be out there, waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification. We bring you the rarest finds, the most valuable coins, and the tips you need to turn small change into big rewards. Top 7. Imagine a simple silver-colored coin, casually passed from one hand to another, dropped in a parking meter, tucked away in a change jar, or forgotten at the bottom of a pocket. Most of us never look at our coins twice. But what if I told you one such quarter, minted in 2016, bearing the image of one of America's most iconic presidents, Theodore Roosevelt, was recently discovered and sold for an incredible 25,000 United States dollars? Yes, you heard that right. A 25-cent coin that ended up being worth more than most people's yearly rent. In today's video, we're going deep into the story of the 2016 D Washington State Quarter featuring Theodore Roosevelt. A modern American coin that's fast becoming a legend in the world of numismatics. We'll explore why this coin, with its stunning design, unique historical context, and rare minting characteristics, has captured the attention of collectors and why it may still be hiding in plain sight. Maybe even in your own wallet. Let's begin with what makes this quarter so visually and historically powerful. This particular coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a remarkable series launched in 2010 and running through 2021. Each quarter in the series was dedicated to a national park or historic site in the United States. The 2016 Theodore Roosevelt Quarter commemorates Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, a land of rugged terrain, wild horses, and vast prairies. A place Roosevelt himself fell in love with in the 1880s, calling it a place where the romance of my life began. The reverse of the coin features an image of Theodore Roosevelt himself on horseback, overlooking the Little Missouri River as it winds through the North Dakota Badlands. It's a bold, cinematic portrayal, Roosevelt in his cowboy hat and rugged gear, a true Rough Rider surveying the land he helped protect. The view behind him stretches across sweeping hills and plateaus, a tribute to America's wild frontier and Roosevelt's conservation legacy. Now flip the coin over, and you're met with the timeless portrait of George Washington, the first U.S. president, originally designed by John Flanagan. Below Washington's hairline is the mint mark D, indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Let's get into the technical details. The 2016 D Roosevelt quarter weighs exactly 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. It's composed of copper-nickel-clad copper, a combination that creates a durable, corrosion-resistant coin with a polished silver appearance. And like all quarters in the series, it's perfectly round. Now, with hundreds of millions of these quarters produced, you might wonder, what makes one worth tens of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in a rare combination of factors: flawless condition, limited mintage errors, and intense collector demand. One particular Theodore Roosevelt quarter, minted in Denver and graded by a professional coin certification service as Mint State 68, was found to contain an unusual die clash and strike through error. This means during the minting process, the coin planchet was struck by dies that had previously collided without a coin between them, leaving unexpected, ghost-like impressions. In this case, some design elements appeared doubled, while others were obscured by faint outlines from the opposite die. Such an error is extremely rare. Combine that with a coin in near-perfect mint condition, meaning no scratches, no wear, and incredibly sharp details, and you have a true numismatic prize. The value skyrocketed. The coin sold at a prestigious auction for a price that stunned even seasoned collectors, 25,000 United States dollars. Yes, this tiny piece of metal, made for the sole purpose of buying a candy bar or a soda, became a high-value collectible because of a once-in-a-million minting fluke and immaculate preservation. But here's the most exciting part. These coins are still in circulation. Most people don't know what they're looking for. The average person doesn't examine a quarter for its fine details. That means this kind of Roosevelt quarter could still be out there, in bankrolls, pocket change, or coin jars, just waiting to be discovered by someone who takes a closer look. So what should you look for? Start with the basics. The coin must be a 2016 Roosevelt quarter with the Denver D mint mark. Then, check the condition. Is it incredibly shiny? Are all the details crisp? No nicks or discoloration? If yes, you may have something special. And if you notice any strange doubling, unusual lines, or ghost-like images near the designs, particularly around Roosevelt or the horse, that could be a mint error. Even if your coin isn't flawless, it could still be valuable. Lower-grade error coins can sell for hundreds or thousands. But if you find one in mint condition, or if it's part of a rare die variety, it could be life-changing. It's these possibilities that keep collectors searching, digging through spare change, checking coin rolls from the bank, even trading with friends and family. Because every now and then, you find that one coin that makes it all worthwhile. The 2016 D. Theodore Roosevelt quarter is more than a piece of currency. It's a tribute to a president who transformed America's conservation legacy. It's a miniature work of art struck in metal. And for some lucky collector out there, it might just be a golden ticket hiding in silver skin. So next time you hold a quarter, take a moment to examine it. Because one day, someone found that special Roosevelt quarter, recognized its potential, and turned it into a treasure worth 25,000 United States dollars. Don't miss your chance. Start your search today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story about hidden treasures in your change. Until next time, keep searching, stay curious, and happy coin hunting. Top 8. In a world where millions of coins pass through our hands every day, there exists a hidden universe of value, history, and rare discoveries, if only we take the time to look closely. And today, we're diving into one of those hidden treasures. A modern coin, minted just a few years ago, yet already commanding staggering prices in the collector's market. We're talking about the 2020 Washington State quarter dollar, honoring Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the one proudly bearing the P mint mark. This tiny round coin, seemingly ordinary at first glance, has sold for an unbelievable 22,000 United States dollars. Yes, that's right. A 25-cent coin, less than the cost of a chewing gum, skyrocketing in value and gaining legendary status among collectors. So what makes this coin so special? Why are people across America hunting through their spare change in hopes of finding it? Let's take you on a journey through history, design, rarity, and coin market excitement that might just lead you to a jackpot hidden in your pocket. To understand the true importance of this coin, we must first explore the story it tells. The Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park, located in Vermont, is a tribute to three major American conservation legacies. George Perkins Marsh, one of the earliest environmental thinkers, Frederick Billings, a businessman and visionary who expanded the property, and the Rockefellers, who later preserved and gifted the estate to the nation. This site is a living symbol of American environmental stewardship and the belief that land should be protected, nurtured, and passed on wisely to future generations. The 2020 quarter commemorating this park is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a powerful and ambitious coin series that began in 2010 and continued through 2021. Each quarter in the series celebrates one of the United States' national parks or historic sites, and the Marsh-Billings Rockefeller design is a standout. The reverse of this special quarter shows a young girl planting a Norway spruce seedling, a powerful symbol of growth, sustainability, and the future. Her kneeling position, the small shovel in her hand, and the sapling sprouting in freshly turned soil all highlight a deep respect for nature and a reminder that we all play a part in protecting our environment. The phrase, land stewardship, is etched into the design, cementing the coin's message. Flip the coin over, and you see the familiar image of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, standing proudly as he has on all quarters since 1932. Below his neck, you'll see the P mint mark, showing that this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now let's talk about the physical characteristics of the coin. It weighs 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Like all modern quarters, it is composed of copper nickel-clad copper, a copper core covered with layers of nickel that give the coin its bright, silvery appearance. It is round in shape and was designed to be durable for daily circulation. But despite being mass-produced for everyday use, a few select examples of this 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter have taken on lives of their own, becoming high-value collectibles worth thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of dollars. So what transformed a humble quarter into a collector's dream? It's a mixture of limited mintage errors, ultra-high condition, and market excitement. Some of the most valuable 2020 Marsh-Billings quarters discovered have been those struck with striking errors, doubled dies, or off-center designs, mistakes made during the minting process that are rare and often invisible to the untrained eye. One such coin was found in mint state 68 condition, graded by a top-tier service like PCGS or NGC, and exhibited a dramatic die clash and light doubling on the reverse. In the coin collecting world, these high-grade examples are golden. Mint state 68 means the coin is nearly flawless, with perfect shine, no visible wear, and razor-sharp detail. It's like the coin just left the mint, untouched by human hands. Only a tiny fraction of coins ever achieve this level of quality, and when you combine that with a noteworthy error and a meaningful design, you get a collector's trifecta. This is how a 25-cent coin soared in value and was sold in a competitive auction for $22,000. Yes, 22,000 United States dollars for a modern coin you could still find in change. The best part? These coins are still in circulation. You could come across one in a handful of quarters from the gas station, or while rolling coins for the bank. It might even be sitting in a piggy bank, forgotten and dusty, waiting to be discovered. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. The thrill of the hunt. The possibility of finding something rare, something historical, something valuable, without even realizing it. You don't need to be a professional to find one of these treasures. You just need curiosity, a sharp eye, and a little patience. So what should you look for if you want to try your luck? Start by checking the year, 2020. Then look for the P mint mark. Examine the reverse side carefully. Are there any unusual marks? Doubling? Raised lines that don't match the design? Is the image off-center? Even small, subtle irregularities can mean big bucks. And if the coin looks pristine, like it's brand new, consider sending it to a grading service to determine its condition officially. Even if your coin doesn't have an obvious error, a mint state example in flawless condition can still fetch hundreds or even thousands. But if you hit the jackpot, if you find one of those ultra-rare error coins in near-perfect condition, you could be holding a $22,000 treasure in the palm of your hand. So the next time you get change at the store, pause before tossing those quarters aside. Take a moment to flip them, inspect them, and see what story they might tell. Because while others see pocket change, coin collectors see history and sometimes fortune. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the incredible 2020 Washington State Quarter honoring Marsh-Billings Rockefeller. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell so you never miss our latest uploads on rare coins, hidden treasures, and collecting tips that could lead you to your own valuable discoveries. Until next time, stay curious, check your change, and happy coin hunting. Top 9. Every once in a while, a coin enters circulation that doesn't just represent currency, it tells a story, captures history, and becomes an object of fascination for collectors around the world. Today, we're diving deep into one such coin that has turned heads and sparked excitement in the coin collecting community, the 2015 Washington State Quarter Dollar featuring Homestead National Monument of America. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint and bearing the P mint mark. This silver-tone quarter may look like just another coin at first glance, but make no mistake. Some rare versions of this coin have been valued at an astonishing 34,000 United States dollars. Let's explore exactly what makes this quarter such a powerful piece of American coinage. Why is it that something worth just 25 cents could, under the right circumstances, sell for more than the price of a brand new car? Stick with us, because what you're about to discover may change the way you look at your pocket change forever. To begin, let's understand the meaning behind this extraordinary coin. Released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, this 2015 quarter honors the Homestead National Monument of America in Nebraska, a site rich with heritage and deeply woven into the fabric of American expansion and frontier life. This monument pays tribute to the Homestead Act of 1862, which allowed any qualified citizen to claim 160 acres of public land, as long as they lived on it and improved it. This single piece of legislation changed the face of the nation, transforming vast wilderness into settled towns and productive farms, and shaping generations of American families in the process. The reverse side of this quarter brings this history to life in an incredibly thoughtful design. You'll see a homesteader's log cabin, complete with a water pump, corn stalks, and window shutters, each element a symbol of survival, growth, and the American dream of building a better life from the ground up. The window represents the light of opportunity, while the pump is the source of sustenance. The corn stalks stand tall, representing success after hard work. It's a powerful visual story packed into the palm of your hand. On the obverse side, we find the classic portrait of George Washington, first introduced in 1932, sculpted by John Flanagan. It's a familiar sight, yet its pairing with the homestead design creates a striking contrast: founding father on one side, frontier progress on the other. And if you look closely just to the right of Washington's ponytail, you'll see the P mint mark, denoting that this coin was minted in Philadelphia. Now let's talk about the physical specifications of the coin, which match other quarters in the series. It weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. It's made of copper nickel-clad copper, a durable composition that gives it that signature silver shine while maintaining strength. Its round shape and finely milled edge make it instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with American coinage. But what turns a standard quarter into a treasure worth $34,000? The answer lies in the details: minting errors, condition, and rarity. Among the homestead quarters, a small number have surfaced with extremely rare die varieties and errors, including double dies, extra water drops near the pump, doubling in the corn stalks, and other tiny but critical abnormalities. These errors were not intentional, but when discovered by collectors, they instantly turned ordinary coins into high-value items due to their uniqueness and scarcity. For example, one of the most famous variants is known as the extra water pump error, where unusual raised lines appear below the spout of the pump. Some versions show not one, but 3 drops of water, which are not part of the original design. This type of error, especially when found in a pristine condition known as mint state 67 or higher, can command incredible prices at auction. Collectors often send these coins to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, where the coin is carefully examined, graded, and sealed in a tamper-proof holder. A coin that achieves a high grade, especially one with a known error, instantly becomes more valuable and sought after. And that's exactly how a homestead quarter ended up selling for $34,000. That's $34,000 for a 25-cent coin. It's important to remember that the vast majority of homestead quarters are worth their face value or a little more. But the rare ones, the ones with dramatic errors, incredible luster, and nearly perfect condition, are the ones that excite serious collectors. And here's the best part: these coins are still out there. Many people have them without even knowing their value. So what should you do? First, check your quarters. Look for the year 2015 and the P mint mark. Examine the reverse closely, especially near the pump and corn stalks. Use a magnifying glass or a phone zoom lens. Look for any doubling, unusual raised lines, or other visual oddities. If your coin looks especially sharp, shiny, and unworn, you might have a high-grade coin, and it's worth having it evaluated professionally. Even without errors, some homestead quarters in exceptional condition have sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars. But if you do find one with a notable error and it's in near-perfect shape, you could be holding the next big auction success in your hands. This is the magic of coin collecting. The thrill isn't just in the coins themselves, it's in the hunt, the discovery, the research, and the possibility that something incredible is hiding in plain sight. These coins aren't just metal, they're miniature historical documents, tiny pieces of art, and, occasionally, lottery tickets for those lucky enough to spot the signs. So the next time you get change from the store or sort through an old coin jar. Don't overlook that quarter. Take a closer look. It just might be the 2015 Homestead quarter with a secret, waiting to reward a sharp-eyed collector like you. Thank you for watching this deep exploration into one of America's modern numismatic gems. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure in the world of coin collecting. And always remember, your next great find could be just one coin away. Keep hunting, stay curious, and happy collecting. Top 10. In the fascinating world of coin collecting, every now and then, a coin emerges that doesn't just tell a story, it echoes the soul of American history. Today, we're going to unravel the mystery, beauty, and hidden value of a coin that's been catching the eye of collectors and historians alike, the 2016 Washington State Quarter Dollar honoring Harper's Ferry. Issued by the United States Mint and proudly bearing the P Mint mark for Philadelphia. This quarter, with its brilliant silver hue, might look like ordinary change at a glance, but for those who know what to look for, it can be a dazzling discovery worth an incredible $38,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that many people have passed by without a second thought could be hiding in your pocket, purse, or coin jar, and it may be worth far more than its 25-cent face value. So, if you're a collector, a curious soul, or someone who simply loves American history, make sure you watch closely, because this coin is about much more than just metal. Let's begin by stepping back into the rich heritage of the site featured on this coin. Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah Rivers in West Virginia, holds a pivotal place in the story of the United States. It was here that John Brown, the fiery abolitionist, led his famous 1859 raid on the Federal Armory, hoping to ignite a slave revolt that would spread throughout the South. Though the raid was quickly put down, it lit a spark that helped fuel the Civil War, a war that would change the course of history. The reverse of the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter brings this history to life with stunning detail. The design, created with exceptional care and craftsmanship, showcases John Brown's fort, the site of his last stand. The building, with its arched windows and strong brickwork, appears dignified and solemn, an enduring monument to a man whose actions forced the nation to confront its own conscience. Surrounding the fort are gentle hints of the surrounding landscape, whispering the quiet yet powerful echoes of the past. On the obverse side, we find the familiar image of George Washington, the father of the nation, designed originally by John Flanagan. It's the perfect pairing: Washington, a symbol of the nation's birth, and John Brown's fort, a symbol of the fight for freedom and justice. Together, they represent two of the most powerful ideas that have shaped the American story. Physically, this coin follows the traditional specifications of quarters in the America the Beautiful series. It weighs exactly 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Made from a copper-nickel-clad copper composition, the coin shines with a classic silver finish and has a strong, round shape built to withstand decades of handling, though collectors hope to preserve it in pristine, untouched condition. Now here's where things get even more interesting. While millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, not all coins are created equal. Some of them were struck with unique minting errors, while others were preserved in exceptionally high condition, free from the scratches, dings, and discolorations that usually affect circulated coins. These flawless or error-laden coins can be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars on the collector's market. So, what kinds of errors make a Harper's Ferry quarter valuable? Look out for double dies, where parts of the design appear to be stamped twice and slightly offset, creating a ghost-like shadow effect. Other known errors include off-center strikes, die cracks, and struck through debris, where something got between the die and the coin during minting. There are even rumors of a few wrong planchet errors, where the coin was accidentally struck on metal intended for another denomination, dramatically increasing its rarity and value. And then, of course, there's the grade. If your 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter is in mint state 67 or higher, meaning it shows absolutely no signs of wear and has excellent luster, it could be highly sought after. Professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC examine thousands of coins, but very few make it into the upper ranks. A coin with a perfect error or exceptionally high grade is like a needle in a haystack, yet it's out there, waiting to be found. Point one such extraordinary Harper's Ferry quarter was graded in top condition and featured a unique doubling error on the fort's windows. The result? A staggering auction price of $38,000, that's 38,000 United States dollars, from a coin originally worth just 25 cents. It's stories like this that keep collectors searching, inspecting, and dreaming. This isn't just about money, it's about discovery, history, and the chance to hold a rare piece of America in your hand. Every quarter is a tiny work of art, a slice of a much larger story that reaches across generations. And the Harper's Ferry quarter is especially powerful because it reminds us of the struggle for liberty and the bravery of those who stood up for what they believed in, no matter the cost. Now the question is, could one of these rare Harper's Ferry quarters be in your possession? Take a closer look at your coins. If you find a 2016 quarter with the P mint mark, carefully examine the reverse side. Are the windows on the fort perfectly shaped, or do they show signs of doubling? Is the strike centered and clear? Does the coin still shine like it just came from the mint? If so, you may be holding a treasure in the making. Even if your coin isn't worth tens of thousands, simply owning a piece of such profound historical symbolism can be rewarding in itself. But for those lucky enough to find that rare gem, the reward could be life-changing. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history and treasure. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another chance to uncover the hidden value in your collection. We explore the untold stories behind every coin and bring you closer to the wonders of American numismatics. And remember, in the world of coins, the next big discovery could be sitting right in your change. Keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and happy collecting.